Everyone talks about AI making slides faster. That is not the real disruption. The real disruption is when slides stop being something humans actively build at all. Right now, most teams still waste time doing mechanical work. Meetings happen, notes are written, data lives in Zoom, Notion, Fireflies, CRMs, forms, etc. Then someone opens PowerPoint or Google Slides and manually turns that raw mess into something presentable. Formatting, layouts, visuals, consistency, none of that work creates value, yet it eats hours every single week. This is exactly where Gamma stops being just a presentation tool and starts behaving like infrastructure. And when you add Claude and Zapier into the mix, the workflow fully collapses into something new. Gamma is already the most popular AI presentation app in the entire world. More than 70 million people use Gamma, and over 40,000 teams rely on it daily. Every single day, around 700,000 presentations, websites, and documents are created inside Gamma. That is about 8 pieces of content every second. Enough to give every person in San Francisco a brand new presentation every single day. But Gamma on its own is only part of the story. Claude is where thinking happens. It's where the teams reason, summarize, analyze, and make sense of messy information. Gamma is where that thinking turns into something polished and shareable. And Zapier is what lets all of this run automatically in the background. Now, when you connect Gamma to Claude and Zapier, presentations stop being something you sit down to make. They become something that happens as a byproduct of work already being done. Let me explain. Gamma has an API, which means its AI design engine can be triggered programmatically. Zapier connects that engine to thousands of tools without code. Claude sits upstream, turning raw inputs into clear, structured thinking. And together, they form a pipeline. Raw information goes in, finished content comes out. Here's what that looks like in real life. A Zoom meeting ends. The transcript lands in your workspace. Claude summarizes the discussion, extracts decisions, highlights key points. Zapier triggers Gamma. Gamma turns that structured thinking into a clean presentation with a title slide, agenda, key takeaways, visuals, and a summary. No one opens a slide editor. Fireflies meeting notes become client-ready decks automatically. Granola notes turn into internal reports. Notion docs flow through Claude for reasoning, then into Gamma as polished presentations. Form submissions become proposals. CRM updates generate recurring reports. All automatically, all on brand. This is massive for consultants. Every client call can turn into a recap deck or proposal without extra effort. Claude handles the thinking. Gamma handles the design. Zapier handles the automation. Same structure, same visuals, same quality every time. You scale output without hiring designers or burning nights in slides. For creators and content teams, it gets even bigger. On one source of truth can flow through Claude for narrative clarity, then into Gamma for decks, social carousels, and simple websites, all in the same style. Create once, distribute everywhere automatically. And Gamma is already proven at insane scale. Over 1 billion AI-generated images have been created inside Gamma. Right now, Gamma generates about 4 million AI images every single day. That is roughly 45 images per second. More daily image output than all images posted on Instagram per day. This is not a toy system. This is a production engine. The important part is this is not about removing thinking. You still own the ideas, the facts, and the strategy. Claude sharpens the thinking. Gamma removes the mechanical work that never should have been manual in the first place. Formatting disappears. Layout decisions disappear. Rebuilding the same deck 10 times disappears. This is what automating with confidence actually looks like. Content flows from raw information to finished output without any friction. Meetings become decks, notes become reports, data becomes visuals, while humans focus on decisions instead of slides. If you're still manually building presentations in 2026, you are doing work your tools should already be doing for you. Claude thinks, Gamma shows, Zapier runs it in the background. Gamma connects, and connected to Claude and Zapier is how presentations, documents, and content quietly start running on autopilot. So, if you want to try this yourself, go to gamma.app, not gamma.ai, and not gamma.com. Explore how Gamma connects with Claude and Zapier, pick a workflow, and see how fast content moves when manual steps disappear. Join Gamma, test the automation, and if you want more breakdowns like this on AI tools, workflows, and how this stuff actually works at scale, subscribe so that you don't miss the next one.